Hello and welcome. My name is Eva Dunlap Lewis, and I'll be guiding you through your Communities Connect engagement platform training. Let's get started. All right, hopefully we're all set up and ready to go. As a reminder, when I say Cubigo, I mean TSJG Connect. When I say TSJG Connect, I mean Cubigo. They are synonymous. Also, I am using TSJG Connect on my Mac computer through the downloaded application. Cubigo and TSJG Connect look the same when you're using an Android, all versions of the downloaded app for computers, and through web browser access like Google Chrome or Safari. If you're using an iPhone or an iPad, however, then my screen, what you guys see up here, will look a little different from what you see on your device. But I'll still talk about what you see on iPhones and iPads. You'll be able to follow along and use my steps verbally. You just won't see today what you see on your screen. It'll look different up here from what you see on an iPhone or an iPad. So in our follow-up trainings, we are using the screen of an iPhone or an iPad. However, unlike these trainings, they are not recorded. I highly suggest if this is your first time watching this lesson, you simply keep your eyes up on my screen and watch what I am doing. If you have watched this lesson before, please feel free to follow along with your device in hand as best you can. During this training and while we're in the activities cube, we'll do the following. Lots to do today, team. We'll review the main page of activities and what can be found there. View any attachments or links. Learn how to view the activities calendar. Learn how to manipulate and filter the activities calendar. Learn how to sign up for activities. Learn how to view activities we have signed up for, and learn how to remove ourselves from an activity that we have signed up for. We'll go through in that order. Before we get started, Quincy, can you tell me, have you guys merged over to fully online signups, or are you still doing paper signups for some activities?
No, for activities, we're fully live on the activities queue.
Hooray! That's great.
So at least for those residents who can do it and have access and are able to do it, there are those sporadic call-ins, but for the most part, we're live on this. Yeah.
All right. But you do call-ins otherwise.
Yes.
Great. Thank you, Quincy. Good job. All right, let's start with reviewing the main page of activities and what can be found there. From the home page of TSJG Connect, which is what I'm looking at right now, we'll scroll down and click or tap to select the activities cube. That's a pink cube. At least I think it's pink. Some people have been telling me it's red. That's fine. But it's got an ace of spades on it. So we'll start by clicking or tapping that cube. And here we are on the main page of activities. This is what we see when we open the activities cube from the home page of TSJG Connect. On this page, we see two buttons. We see View Activities and Your Activities. For some reason, on iPhones and iPads, these buttons are switched. It says Your Activities and then it says View Activities. I don't know why. Lower down on the page, we can also see various information about activities available at our community. All of this text, monthly activities calendar, fitness information, and fitness videos, is all clickable. If we tap it or click it, it will show us more information. Sometimes it might even reveal an attachment, which could be like a form or a flyer, a handout, a memo. Attachments are files that are meant to be viewed and even printed for your records. So perhaps this one, the monthly activities calendar, would show us a printable version of our TSJG calendar. Let's take a look. I'll click it or tap it. And I see some March calendar changes in this list here. And I also see this, March 2022.pdf. What is that? Who can tell me? What is that?
Someone said attachment.
That's right. Whoever said that, good job. It's an attachment. On iPhones and iPads, this text will appear in blue. So to open an attachment, we can click it or tap it. And now we can see the attachment. We can see the whole March calendar at TSJG. So we're taken to the page where we can view it independently. We have options here to zoom in, meaning to get closer, or to zoom out, meaning we get further away. We could print it. We could download it. To zoom in, to get closer, for iPhone and iPad users, or any touchscreen users, you can place two fingers on the screen and pull them apart. And it will get you closer in. It will zoom in. Placing two fingers apart on the screen and then pulling them together will zoom you back out. For my version, for anyone else using the computer version, we have these icons up here, a minus sign and a plus sign. If we hit the minus sign, we can zoom out, make it smaller. The plus sign, I can click it a couple times and make it larger. To print this on an iPhone or an iPad, we would look for the share icon, which looks like a box with an arrow coming out of it. Usually located in the bottom left or the right, top right. So we would touch that box with an arrow coming out of it. Scroll down and select print. For computer users, we have this handy dandy little print icon right here that we can just hit, click it, select it, and print our attachment. Please note that regardless of what device you're printing from, you need to have a printer in order to do it. Right? I don't own a printer, so if I hit this print icon, nothing's going to happen. I mean, it's going to give me the prompt to actually go through with printing it, but my computer won't be able to find a printer. How do I get back to the previous page, the main page of activities? Does anyone know?
Back.
I would hit the back arrow in the top left. For iPhones and iPads, it says done instead. So we tap it or click it, and now we're back to the main page of activities. Once again, we got here from the home page, we went to activities, and that's how we got here. So we've looked at monthly activities calendar. We also have fitness information and fitness videos. So clicking this text will give us more information. I can click fitness information, and then what are these? Anybody know? These are more attachments. Attachments are meant to be viewed separately, so we could click on one of these and look at the attachment, scroll down, print it, zoom in, zoom out. To get back, we can hit back in the top left or done in the top left, depending on the device that you're using. And you can repeat that process for any attachments that you see here. Then we have fitness videos. That's our last option here. Weights and balance number 1, weights and balance number 2, weights and balance number 2 extended. So it looks like we've got plenty of fitness videos here. We could click this play icon, and it would start playing our video. Hit the 2 lines at the bottom left to pause it. Increase the volume, turn on the volume. So when the video is paused, our option is to play it. When a video is currently playing, our only option is to pause
everyone.
it.
I'm Olivia, and welcome.
Thanks, Olivia. I'm going to go back up, and to minimize these, I'll just hit where it says fitness videos. And it will kind of suck back up into itself. That drop down menu will disappear, right? So clicking it reveals everything. Clicking it or tapping fitness videos, the text up here again will remove the drop down menu with all those videos. So these are the options that we can currently see more information about on our activities cube as of today's date, March 22nd, 2022. More information will be added here over time. I'm sure as April approaches, the April calendar will be on here. Quincy, are you the one who manages primarily the information on this cube?
Yes, ma'am.
I would highly recommend that you put your information right here, saying something like the activities and information found in this cube are managed by, and then put your own name, because sometimes residents might find an error or have a question. So it'd be great if they could contact you or know who the right person to contact is.
Okay, you got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's keep going. So far we've already looked at the main page of activities. We're looking at it right now. And we've talked about viewing any attachments found within activities. Let's go back to those buttons that we see, view activities and your activities. Let's talk first about view activities. This is the one that you're probably going to spend the most time on. View activities is where we go to see the calendar. Your activities is where we go to see activities that we are interested in or that we have signed up for. To view the calendar, we go to view activities. We can click it or tap it. And just one quick announcement. This page will look different depending on what device you're using. So I'm going to talk about how it looks on an iPhone or an iPad first, which is not how it looks up here. My screen will look different than the way I'm talking about in just a moment. For iPhone and iPad users, you all are limited to looking at a week at a time. So what you will see is the day of the week at the top of the page in the left side. And then you'll see several thumbnail image icons like these, but they'll be moving horizontally. So to see all the activities that you're looking at in a certain day, you'll have to touch the screen and swipe your finger to the left to see more activities going on later in that day. So moving horizontally allows you to see later in the day. Moving vertically down the screen, so instead of swiping, scrolling, will allow you to see later days in the week. And at the bottom of the page, you have an option that should say load next 7 days, so that you could see further in time, more activities further in time. On my screen, using the computer application, I see search, day, week, and month. Then over here, I see calendar, resident IL. iPhone and iPad users, you guys don't have day, week, and month. You will have search. That's usually in the top right. And you will have calendar. Over here, let's talk about this first. Does anyone know what this is? What this section over here is called? We call this a filter. This is a filter, and it works just like a coffee filter, where a coffee filter will keep the coffee out but let the water through. In this case, computing, this filter keeps information out. So it's set to just show us the resident independent living calendar. We can click it or tap it and choose a different calendar, maybe channel 88. To change what activities we're currently looking at. So now I can see all of the activities for today on channel 88. Do you guys see how some of these have a little red arrow on them? It's pretty quiet over there. Can I get a yes or a no?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. But some of them don't. Like Bridge Club, this one, there's no red arrow there, and there's no red arrow here on the chosen spirit. There's no red arrow here. Why do you think that is? Well, the ones that have the red arrow on them are indicating that you can actually watch them. The tech term is called streaming, where you can picture like an actual stream in the forest. It's always flowing, it's always accessible. So if we wanted to, we could click or tap the guided imagery, even though it's finished. It was at 9 a.m. on channel 88. We can click it or tap it, and we can actually watch this video by clicking the play icon.
Settling in to a comfortable position.
Oh,
Sitting
I
or
gotta
lying
pause it,
down.
or else I'm gonna get really tired and want to take a nap. To get back to my calendar, I'll hit the back arrow. So again, to reiterate, when you are looking at the channel 88 filter, which is found in the top right for me, usually at the center for iPhone and iPads. When you select channel 88, you're going to see all of the videos that are on the calendar for that day. And sometimes you will see a red play icon. That means that you can watch the video from this page. So you're no longer limited to watching that program at that certain time if there's a red play arrow on it. Does that make sense? Are there any questions on that before I change the filter back to resident independent living? Say that again. The red arrow that we see when we are on the calendar channel 88. So channel 88, that's the calendar I'm currently looking at here. We see red arrows on scenic relaxation. Here's the arrow. Guided imagery. Here's the arrow. Weights and balance. Here's the arrow. And so on. Arrow, arrow, no arrow, no arrow, no arrow, red arrow. So that icon is indicating that it's a video that can be watched from right here. It can be played from right here. All we have to do is click it and then hit that play icon again. This is the universal icon or image that tells us that we can watch something. If we hit it, we will play it. This has been the icon for years and years, even with VCRs back in the day. Did that help clarify?
And what is no arrow?
No arrow means that there's not a video associated with it. So it was only visible on channel 88 at that time. So there's no video on it available here. I'm going to change my filter back to resident independent living. So now on my screen for computer users, we have day, week, and month up here. If you're following along with an iPhone or an iPad, you do not have those options. I'm currently looking at today. So do me a favor, everybody, and just watch my screen right here. Avoid looking down at your devices. I don't want you to miss this. I'm currently looking at today, and I know that because it says today, and I'm on the day view of my calendar. If I hit this back arrow, it's going to show me the activities for yesterday, Monday, March 21st, 2022, because that was yesterday's date. If I hit this arrow, it's going to take me back to today. I could hit it again and it will show me the activities for resident living, independent living tomorrow. But we could change the view instead of looking at a single day at a time. We could instead, was there a question?
Kindle class they were talking about, but I don't think it's something I can use because I don't have to get it on the computer.
So right here we have week. If I have week, I'm now looking at a whole week of activities. How come some of these are gray? Anybody know?
Probably because they're already happened.
Good job, Mike, because they've already happened. They've passed. To find out more information about one of these activities, like, flower arranging, tomorrow, Wednesday, March 23rd, I could click it or tap it, and I'm taken to that activities page where I can see a description of this activity, where it is, when it is, who's attending, and how often it meets. So weekly on Wednesday, starting December 22nd, 2021. And I have two options here. I'm going and I'm interested. What's the difference between I'm going and I'm interested? Registered, that's a good way to put it. When you say I'm going, then you're signed up and your name will show up as attending. When you say I'm interested, you're not signing yourself up. Your name will not show up as attending, but it will still show up on your schedule and it will still show up in your activities page. Okay, so let me find one that's not recurring. Birthday brunch. Let's see. So this is a one-time event and I'm going to show you I'm interested. So I'm interested doesn't sign me up, but I'm now not on the attending list, but they'll keep me informed to any changes about this event. So I'm going to take a little stroll back to my home page by hitting home at the menu, in the menu at the top of the screen. On the home page of TSJG Connect, do you guys see where it says today right here? This is showing me any activities that I'm signed up for today. It'll also show me any birthdays or any services that I've requested. Those will appear here as well. For iPhones and iPads, you have to scroll down the page just a little bit more, and then you'll see your today section. Usually today is under the cubes. I can even see where it says next days. For iPhones and iPads, you'll hit see all. And so now I can see any birthdays and any activities that I'm signed up for or that I'm interested in the next 7 days. So about 2 minutes ago, I marked myself as interested for an activity tomorrow. Does anyone remember what activity that was? It was the birthday bunch lunch for January birthdays. I marked myself as interested. So it shows me interested rather than this activity up here shows me as going because I signed up for that one. So what I'm trying to show you here is that from your home page, under today, anytime you sign up for an activity or mark yourself as interested, when the day that that activity comes, you're going to see that activity that you have signed yourself up for or marked yourself as interested in. In addition, under notifications, which for me is in the top right of my screen, for iPhone and iPad users is in the bottom right, if there's any changes to an activity, maybe it's canceled or the time is moved, you'll be alerted. Like this one was for a different community. Dear Eva, the activity happy hour on Friday, March 25th has been canceled. For more information, please contact staff. Had I not signed up for that activity, I would not receive that notification. I can delete that notification by hitting the trash can icon, and that notification goes away. I could also hit mark all as seen so that the blue ones would no longer be blue. And then I could hit delete all if I wanted to. But I like them because I like showing my classes about them. So I'm not going to delete all. To go back home, I'm going to hit home. So what I just spent some time talking about was showing you what happens when you sign up for or mark yourself as interested in an activity. Right? It goes on our today screen on the home page. We get notifications about it. What kind of notification would we get about an activity? Can anyone give me an example?
It'll notify you if there are any changes to the activity.
What kind of changes?
Any
Any.
cancellations, changes, whatever.
Nice, Mike. Very good. And thank you for your participation. I always get a little nervous when I'm left hanging. But you're absolutely right. Now let's go back into our activities calendar. Who thinks that they can navigate me there? Do you want to take a crack at it, Mike?
Click on the activities cube.
Excellent. Activities cube. Now what?
Are you looking for your activities or all of them?
I want to find the calendar. I want to see everything on the calendar.
Click on the monthly activities calendar.
That's one way to see it, but I want to be able to sign up for activities.
Click on view activities.
That's right. Thank you, Mike. So to sign up for activities and see the calendar, we go to view activities. For me, thank you, Mike. You did an excellent job. I have to change my calendar and the filter back to resident IL because I'm an administrator. You shouldn't have to do that. So for computers, we can see day, week, and month. I have not yet shown you the month view. That's my favorite view because we can easily see what's past. Activities that are in gray have already occurred. Activities that are in blue have not yet occurred. So I'm on the month view, which is only accessible through the web browser version, which you could get to on any device. Every smartphone, smart tablet, and computer has access to a web browser. So even if you don't have the app, you could see it this way if you chose to. So I have this month view right here. Now, why is there a red dot and a line through this one on the 18th? Anyone
Cancel.
know? It was canceled. Mike, are you the only one in this training?
I think I'm the only one that's unmuted.
Okay. This one is canceled, as Mike said, because it's a red dot and there's a line through it. Why does this one have a blue dot next to it?
Changes.
No.
People signed up for it then.
Well, notice it's a blue dot. If I look at my activities that I'm signed up for, what color is interested? It's blue. So a blue dot on the monthly calendar view indicates that it's an activity we as individuals marked ourselves as interested in. A green dot means we're signed up. If we wanted to, I'm going to go back to the day view here and look at tomorrow. We could sign ourselves up for another activity. How about, ooh, billiards looks like fun. I'm terrible, but it does look like fun. What do I do if I want to find out more information and maybe even sign up for billiards?
Click on the billiards activity
Yeah, I can click it or tap it.
and then click on I'm going.
So I can read here about what is going on with this activity, who's attending, where it is, when it is. It says weekly on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting February 4th, except on April 6th, 2022. So this activity may no longer be taking place or have other details for these days. Please check these specific days in the activity calendar. So Quincy, can you tell us a little bit about this here?
Yes, so on that particular date right there, coinciding with that time, we have our monthly resident council meeting that takes place at a similar time, in which residents are more encouraged to go to that as an open forum. And most residents do attend that, so they are not in two places at once. So the gentlemen who play or tend to play billiards ask that we not have it on the calendar on that day because it conflicts with something else on campus.
Excellent. Thank you for that follow-up to our question, Quincy. Great answer. Very informative. So we can sign up for this activity, just like Mike told us, by hitting I'm going, whereas I'm interested wouldn't sign us up, but we'd still get notified about changes to that activity. We'd still be alerted to when that activity was taking place. It would go on our Your Activities list. If we want to sign up, we would hit I'm going. Now, this is a recurring activity. Who knows, what do I mean when I say a recurring activity? It repeats. When we sign up for a recurring activity, we get a different option, a different pop-up message that appears when we hit I'm going. If I hit I'm going, because this is a recurring activity, it's not just one time, then it says, attention, this is a recurring event. And it says only this event or this and all future events. If I only wanted to go to this one occurrence, Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022 at 3:30 p.m., then I would hit only this event. But if I wanted to sign up for all future occurrences of this activity, so this and all future events, then I would click this circle next to this and all future events and select I'm going. So now I'm signed up for billiards and it's on my schedule for all occurrences. I'm going to go back to my calendar by hitting the back arrow in the top left. It might say done for iPhones and iPads. Is there an activity, something coming up soon that you guys are particularly interested in? Maybe you want to search and find out more information on. Or maybe Quincy, there's something coming up like a party.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Can you go jump ahead to Monday the 28th?
Okay, Quincy, how do I look at Monday the 28th?
You could click on the month calendar if you'd like to.
That's one way to do it. Yep. Now what do I do?
Okay, you're going to look at the 28th.
So I want to find the number 28, right? And here's
Yes.
all the activities on the 28th.
So we are maybe interested here at that 2:30 p.m. where it says movie encore right there.
Okay, so I'm going to
So-
click that event. I don't know, this might conflict with my billiards.
Yeah. So by request, we're going to show the new West Side Story this time in the afternoon for those who missed it in the evening time when we did an evening showing. So we'll be showing it on Monday afternoon for you. So,
Very cool. So we could sign up by hitting I'm going, or mark ourselves as interested by hitting I'm interested. Can anyone tell me, is this a recurring activity?
No.
they said no, it's not.
Very good, Carol. No, because it says when, and it's only one date, Monday, March 28th, 2022 at 2:30 p.m. So if we hit I'm going, then we're not going to get that pop-up message asking us if we want to go to all occurrences. It's a one-time event. Now, Quincy, I was looking, I'm going to go back. I was asking you if there's anything good coming up because I want to show the search feature. So let's say I don't know when an activity is, but I know the name of the activity. Now,
Okay.
I'm going to use, I got it though. It's okay, Quincy. I appreciate your help.
Sorry.
No. You did beautifully. Thank you so much. And you got to plug in the movie.
Yeah.
Great.
Don't know that yet.
So if I want to search for an activity that maybe I know a keyword that's in the title, I can use the search feature, which is at the top of the page for all devices. For me, I see it right here, search. For iPhone and iPad users, I believe it's in the top right of the actual activities calendar under view calendar in activities. So if I hit search, now it's going to show me a text box where I can type. Now, the less information that you type in here, the broader the search results. So if I typed in something like Cubigo training with Eva Dunlap, then Cubigo training with Eva Dunlap, no results come up. But if I type in Cubigo, I get a whole bunch of results. So the less information that we type into our search, the more likely it is that we're going to find that what we're looking for. Now I'm seeing all the occurrences of these trainings. I'm signed up for the one on the 31st, but I want to sign up for the one on the 5th. Looks like there's 2 of them here, just so you know. There's a couple duplicates on your calendar, Quincy. So I want to sign up for Cubigo Workshop 3, the Activities Cube Viewing and Booking. And I'll hit I'm going. So I could even get into the Zoom meeting when I'm ready by clicking this link. How do I get back to my home page? I can go to the menu at the top of my screen and hit home. If you're using an iPhone or an iPad, you might have to hit back or done a couple times until you see that option of home in the bottom left. So before I move on to talking about your activities for the last 10 minutes of our class, are there any questions about the activities calendar?
A question on search.
Okay.
Does it only search titles or does it search the body of the activity?
That's a good question. Let's try view activities. I'm going to try searching with the word Zoom because I'm assuming that that's in the body of a lot of emails or a lot of them here. I believe that it might search the body as well.
Well, okay.
Was there someone else with a question?
Yeah, and this is actually a great question. If somebody is signed up for an activity, but then they said, I can't go to that, how do they change that?
Okay, well, that's something we're going to do on the Your Activities section. But are there any other questions on the calendar before I move away from the calendar?
I have a question. It's
Yes,
Carol.
ma'am. Yes, Carol, what's your question?
And I don't know, it may be something that Quincy would answer. I'm not sure. If you want to sign up, but you see that the class or whatever is full, but you want to be on the wait list, how does that happen?
Most of these activities will not have a wait list option unless we had preset a maximum amount of people to attend. So for example, if we were to click on like Dining Divas, there is a maximum for that. And once that is full, then I believe the wait list should open. But because it is not full yet, it still gives you that option of signing up or I'm interested.
So wait list would be the option that you would see instead of sign me up, correct?
Yes.
So if it's full, Carol, you'll see the option to get on the wait list. As of right now, what I can tell you is that until it's maxed out, you won't see the wait list option.
Right, okay.
Quincy, whenever there is a maximum, there is a wait list, yes?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So if there's a maximum number of attendees, there will be an option for a wait list when the maximum capacity has been reached.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great question. And I'm going to go back to my home page here and jump into my activities cube. Okay, Dolores, I'm about to answer your question. Dolores asked, how do I remove myself from an activity that I've signed up for? Well, Dolores, the first thing that you have to do is go into your activities cube. So from the home page, we hit activities. So before we can remove ourselves from an activity, we have to see the activities that we've signed up for, right? That's only natural. We have to see that activity we want to take ourselves off from in order to get off that list. So instead of view activities, which is where I see the calendar and get to sign up for those activities, I could go to your activities. This is the easiest way to remove yourself from an activity. You could go to the calendar and find the activity that you've signed up for and remove yourself that way, but this is the easiest way to go into your activities. And by default, there's a filter on here. Does anyone know what I mean by that? Or what that filter is that I'm talking about?
Up in the upper right, you're showing the next 7 days. I assume that's changeable.
Very good. So on my computer screen and in the browser version, I have a filter that it only shows me my activities that I'm either interested in or signed up for the next 7 days. So we want to pay attention to that. For iPhones and iPads, it defaults to a month previous and a month in the future. So you can always see 2 months at a time, but you can also change that filter at the top of your screen. So I'm going to change mine here to specify, and then the end date, I'm going to make it for the last day of April, April 30th. So now I can see all the activities that I'm signed up for until April 30th. And Dolores wanted to know, how do you remove yourself from one? Well, once you can see it in your activities list, which we got to from the main page of activities, which we got to from the home screen after hitting activities. So once we see this list, we find the activity we don't want to go to. I'm going to give it another plug, but I'm going to remove myself from it. So I've decided I don't want to go to the movie Encore West Side Story. So to remove myself from it, I'll click that activity and then scroll down to the bottom. It says going, change. By clicking or tapping change, I get the options for I can't go or I'm interested. Either one of these options removes myself from attending. Either I can't go or I'm interested. Clicking either one will remove myself from attending. However, I'm interested will still keep me in the loop about any changes to that activity. I'll still know when that activity occurs because it'll show up on my schedule on the home page. So I'm going to hit, instead of I can't go, I'm going to say I'm interested. So it removes me from attending. But I'll still be alerted to changes about that activity. I'm going to hit home to go back to my home page. Now, who can navigate me? How do I get to the place where I see all the activities that I'm signed up for or interested in? I would start in the activities cube. Now, do I go to view activities or your activities? That's right. I go to your activities. That's what I hit when I want to see the list of activities that I am signed up for. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you here. So now it doesn't say going next to West Side Story. It says interested. What if I want to remove myself from billiards on April 22nd? Billiards is a recurring event. It happens a lot. But on April 22nd, I can't go. To remove myself from a recurring event, I'll find the event I can't go to, click it or tap it. And just like I did before with the movie encore, I'll hit change at the bottom of the screen and change myself from to I can't go. Because this is a recurring event, it's going to ask me for clarification with this pop-up window. It's asking me essentially, do I want to remove myself from only this event, only Friday, April 22nd, or Friday, April 22nd and all future occurrences, so everything after April 22nd? If it's only that one event, that one day, then you hit only this event and unsubscribe. So now if I go back, I'm not going to have billiards on April 22nd because I just removed myself from it. To get out of this screen, I'll go back to home in the menu, which for me is at the top of the page. I hit home and I'm back to the home page of TSJG Connect. Thank you so much for watching this training. Keep your eye on the information cube for more video trainings as they become available. Keep an eye on the activities cube for more activities, and I'll see you soon.